Today, we revisit Jaws, the iconic film that terrified and thrilled audiences with its suspenseful story, unforgettable characters, and the lurking danger of Amity Island's great white shark. Over the years, some of the incredible actors who brought this world to life have sadly passed away, while many continue to inspire and entertain with their timeless work. In this video, let's remember all of them together. Roy Scheider, the legendary American actor who brought unforgettable depth to the role of Chief Martin Brody in Steven Spielberg's 1975 masterpiece Jaws, passed away on February 10, 2008, at the age of 75, after a long and courageous battle with multiple myeloma, a rare form of blood cancer that he fought with incredible strength until his final days. In Jaws, Scheider's portrayal of Chief Brody became the heart of the film, a small-town police chief forced to confront his own fear of the ocean while facing down a monstrous great white shark that terrorized the beaches of Amity Island. His quiet determination, his relatable fear, and the now legendary line, "You're gonna need a bigger boat," turned the character into one of cinema's most iconic heroes. Scheider's performance carried the film's emotional weight, grounding the suspense in real human courage, and helping make Jaws one of the most defining movies in Hollywood history. Born on November 10, 1932, in Orange, New Jersey, Roy Richard Scheider grew up in a modest family where discipline and hard work shaped his character. A gifted athlete, he excelled in baseball and boxing, even breaking his nose in a Golden Gloves match, a mark that later became part of his tough, distinctive look on screen. After serving in the United States Air Force, Scheider followed his passion for acting, studying drama at Rutgers and Franklin and Marshall College. His early years were spent on stage, where his performances earned critical praise and led to television and film opportunities. His big break came in The French Connection 1971, where his role as Detective Buddy Russo earned him an Academy Award nomination and brought him wide recognition. But it was Jaws that made him an international star, proving his rare ability to mix quiet vulnerability with unshakable strength. Over the years, Scheider continued to shine in films like Marathon Man, Sorcerer, Blue Thunder, and All That Jazz, the latter earning him another Oscar nomination for his deeply emotional portrayal of a driven, self-destructive choreographer. Beyond the screen, Roy Scheider was known as a humble and deeply committed artist who valued authenticity in every role he took. Robert Shaw, the legendary English actor and writer, who captivated audiences with his unforgettable role as the grizzled shark hunter Quint in the 1975 blockbuster Jaws, passed away on August 28, 1978, at the age of 51, after suffering a sudden heart attack while driving to his home in Tourmaketti, Ireland. In Jaws, Shaw's performance as Quint became instantly iconic, a rugged, fearless fisherman haunted by his past, whose intense presence, dark humor, and commanding voice brought both terror and humanity to the screen, leaving audiences mesmerized and cementing his place as one of cinema's most memorable character actors. Born on August 9, 1927, in West Houghton, Lancashire, England, Robert Archibald Shaw was the eldest of 5 children in a family marked by hardship. His father, a physician struggling with alcoholism, tragically took his own life when Shaw was just 12. Despite these early challenges, Shaw found solace and purpose in education and the arts, attending Truro School, where he excelled academically, athletically, and theatrically, before choosing the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art over Cambridge University, setting him on a path to a life on stage and screen. Shaw began his career performing in Shakespearean roles with the Shakespeare Memorial Theatre and the Old Vic Company, bringing to life classics such as Macbeth, Henry V, and Cymbeline, and touring internationally with the company, including a memorable tour in Australia. He gradually transitioned to film and television, gaining early fame as Captain Dan Tempest in The Buccaneers from 1956 to 1957, before making his mark on the big screen in From Russia with Love in 1963 as the cold-blooded assassin Donald Red Grant, and later earning an Academy Award nomination for his powerful portrayal of Henry V in A Man for All Seasons in 1966. Beyond acting, Shaw was a gifted writer, winning the Hawthornden Prize for his novel The Sun Doctor, and adapting his acclaimed play The Man in the Glass Booth for both stage and screen, exploring morally complex and challenging themes that showcased his intellect and creative depth. Throughout his career, Shaw was admired for his relentless commitment to his craft, his ability to inhabit complex characters, and his willingness to take risks both on stage and in film. In his final days, despite personal grief and health struggles, Shaw remained dedicated to his work, completing nearly all of his scenes for Avalanche Express before his untimely death. Susan Backlinie, the beloved American actress and stunt woman who terrified audiences as Chrissie Watkins, the first shark attack victim in Steven Spielberg's iconic 1975 film Jaws, passed away on May 11, 2024, at the age of 77 after suffering a heart attack at her home in Ventura, California. In Jaws, Backlinie's performance as Chrissie Watkins became instantly unforgettable, a young woman enjoying a nighttime swim off the coast of Amity Island, only to be violently dragged under by an unseen great white shark. Her struggle and terror perfectly captured through a combination of expert stunt work, swimming skill, and physical endurance that left viewers both horrified and captivated, and set the tone for one of the most famous opening scenes in cinematic history. Born Susan Jane Myers on September 1, 1946, in Miami, and raised from the age of 10 in West Palm Beach, Florida, she grew up surrounded by water, swimming for miles off the coast and in local pools, and excelling as a cheerleader and state freestyle swimming champion at Forest Hill High School. Graduating in 1964, though she briefly attended nursing school, Backlinie sought a more adventurous life, performing as a mermaid at Weeki Wachee Springs, working with wild animals at Ivan Tour Studios in Miami, and later traveling on national tours with exotic animals such as Gentle Ben the bear and Judy the chimp. In the early 1970s, she worked at Africa USA, an animal theme park in Redwood City, California, where she famously water skied on the back of a 300-pound lion named Zamba, a stunt that led to a pictorial in Penthouse magazine and showcased her fearless spirit and athletic ability. Backlinie's film career began in stunt work, appearing as a dead body in The Blue Knight in 1973 and performing in a falling elevator scene in The Towering Inferno in 1974, before her life-changing audition for Jaws, where she impressed Spielberg with her swimming expertise and willingness to perform her own stunts, including being harnessed and pulled underwater by multiple crew members to create the illusion of a shark attack. Her dedication and courage on set, including enduring physically demanding scenes for 3 days and performing in complete darkness with minimal safety measures, left a lasting impression on Spielberg and co-star Richard Dreyfuss, who admitted that seeing her daily footage terrified him. Following Jaws, Backlinie continued to work in film, appearing in 2-Minute Warning and A Stranger in the Forest in 1976, Day of the Animals in 1977, Spielberg's parody 1941 in 1979, The Great Muppet Caper in 1981, and a 1982 episode of The Fall Guy, often incorporating her athleticism and comfort in water-based stunts. Off-screen, she was married twice, first to ranch foreman Henry Backlinie in 1966 and later to Harvey Swindle in 1996, and she had a daughter.